So we've taken a break from the new plot, and today it's looking after the old plot. We've got to clear out all these stuff in the polytunnel. We've got to put a new water butt in where we took the water tank out by the shed. We've got to sort out the area this side of the polytunnel where we took the old composters out, and there's a bit of weeding to do and a bit of tidying up and to rebark all the paths. So we're going to crack on with doing that. And also the other thing that we'll be doing is having a quick look at how the ollas have performed. And these are the little terracotta pots. So let's have a look at that first, and then we'll crack on with some jobs. So as we said right back at the beginning of the video, we use these little pots, so we just put these little covers on them. There's a little bit of a harbour for slugs and snails, but they're full of debris now. But let's have a quick look and pull one out and see how it's done. So as you can see, there's all roots around there. If you look down in the bottom there, you can see that all the roots for the tomatoes wrap themselves around the pots. And all we've done with these is we've just got a plastic bung that we put in the bottom of the pots. So let's have a look at another one that's over here and see how that's. And again, you can see all the roots system that actually grows in and around these. And in fact, try and get this one out without disturbing the soil too much. And you can see all the roots just go in and around. And let's go up and have a look at the ones by the sweet peas, because they're slightly deeper pots, and you'll see how they work there. So these are the deeper ones that we use for the sweet peas. Just get that out of there, and there you can see the effect. And these ones, we've just got two pots and we just masticed them together to create one big thing. But you can see down here the massive roots that the sweet peas put down. And they literally just wrap themselves around. So you see, they just wrap themselves around the pot at the bottom there. And then they, as the moisture in the soil dries out, the water comes from the pot. That's where these are filled up. And the water comes from the pot and out. So that's exactly how they work. And you can see how effective it is with all the roots. So that's the ollas. Now I'm going to crack on and get some jobs done, and we'll see how we get on. So what we need to do is we need to put a water butt in here. We need to rebark all of this, and then down the bottom there where the water butts are, we need to rearrange all that and get that polytunnel cleared out. So I'm going to crack on with that, and we'll catch up with you later when we've done a bit of stuff. So it's getting to the end of the day now, and the light's starting to fade. So we've made some progress. So let's have a look at what we've done. So I've had a good old clear out in here. There's all the pots just in here drying out. Just got to get rid of those nettles in the background. But what we're going to do is this bench is going to go for the new polytunnel. We're just going to have beds all the way down on here. Managed to find 3 cucumbers in there. We'll take that home, see what they're like. And here's our little bucket of chilies. We got sort of these red cherry ones, which are they're quite mild. They're only about 500 Scoville count. There's these little tiny ones, which are the Roxy ones. They go up to about 20,000. A few jalapenos in there, which are and some Rokita ones, which are somewhere in the region of between 2,500 and 5,000. And these are the new ones that we've been doing this with. Some are green, yellow. Sorry, some are still green. These are lemon drop, which apparently are about 30,000 Scoville. So we'll give that a go and see what they're like. I'm not going to try them now. I'll wait until I'm at home. But yeah, so we got a good old bucket full of mixed peppers there. So we'll probably be making drying some of them, and making some sauces, maybe some sweet chili sauce and some hot chili sauce with those. But all now that's all cleaned out. Obviously it's a bit grubby in here, so once we've finished tidying up a bit, we just need to tidy around, and we'll get down here with some cleaning fluid and give that a good old clean out. So coming around to the back area where we used to have our water butts and sorry, not water butts, our composters. We've now barked all that round and got that all barked up and ready for storage stuff. So these are 2 water butts which we link up, and those actually feed our micro irrigation system that's in the polytunnel. So one of the things for next season is to get some along here, work out how to put some guttering onto there so we can actually feed those water butts, because at the moment we have to fill them up from the IBC tank, which is now a lot further away, or we have to ferry water from the water butts, that is water troughs which are down there. So that's that. So that's all looking nice and tidy now. A bit of wooden stuff still to tidy up, and a bit of tidying up to do still in the brassica cage. We've also taken the opportunity to take the watering pumps out. This one's the one that goes on the side of the shed normally, and that's the one that actually we use for the hose pipe from the IBC tank, which we'll obviously relocate. This is the little one that we use for the micro irrigation system, with this little timer on here. It feeds the 12 volts in and the timer, and you can set up to about 24 schedules on that, I think, but we only use 2, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the evening. That's the feed that comes in from the water butts, and then this pumps up and goes out. Now we use these pumps rather than like a sort of plunge pump. We have got a plunge pump which we use for emptying, which we've been using for emptying the water butts and refilling them and everything else. We use these ones because they've got a pressure cut off, so that when you've got a micro irrigation system on here, if the pressure builds up, the pump will just cut out, and then once the pressure drops, it will come back in again. So that's what we'll be doing with that. So we've taken all those down. And the other thing that we've done is we've plumbed in the water tank, water butt down at this end, and we've barked it with some fresh new bark that's arrived on the plot. And it's actually from a pine tree, so it smells a bit like potpourri at the moment. So it smells like got a whole load of potpourri on the plot. So that's what we've got. We've still got a lot of tidying up to do and everything else. But that means that we've got a nice wide gap going through there, and then we've also, behind that thing, because we used to have the water butts right in the corner there, we've moved the water butts over slightly, so we've got a bit of a bigger gap coming up through the plot. And the last thing that we're going to do before we go is we're going to plant this up, which is a bargain rosemary style plant that's smell that, smells beautiful. So it was a bargain when I was getting some other bits at the garden centre. They had these on their offer sale, so we're going to get that plant up in there, and that should cascade down. And we've also put a couple of mint plants that we had around in there as well. So that's what we got done today. So there's still a lot of tidying up of rubbish and stuff to do on this plot, so we've probably still need to perhaps pop down tomorrow and finish off the bits that we haven't done, and then we'll be, once we've got this plot tidy, we'll be back on the second plot that's behind us, which, for the observant of you will notice, now has a greenhouse frame on it. But we'll talk more about that in the next video about the new plot. So until then, cheerio.